Alright, so in this video, I will, complete the definition of complicial sets by defining this simplicial set and all the other ones that appear in the definition, and then explaining why you can sort of think of these conditions as encoding compositions and the fact that the marked simplices are closed under composition. Okay, so for k strictly between 0 and n, we define this marked simplicial set to be the standard n simplex equipped with the following marking. So by definition, in the marked simplicial set, all degenerate simplices are marked. So here I'm going to only define when a non-degenerate simplex is marked. And well, a simplex, an n simplex in this delta n, is simply a map from m to n in the category delta. And we define this simplex to be marked if and only if its image contains all of k minus 1, k, and k plus 1. Well, so that's what this thing is. And the way I'd like to think of this condition is that, well, so for example, the image containing this integer k means that alpha has, some part of this n simplex. It is not contained in the kth face because, the kth face is the face spanned by all the vertices but k. So containing k is equivalent to being not contained in the kth face. And, containing k minus 1 and k plus 1 also means that being not contained in the k minus first or k plus first face. And, in particular, the identity on n, the image of the identity is a whole thing, so it contains all of these three integers, and therefore this identity is marked. So in the nerve of a strict-only category, this identity should represent an identity n cell in your strict-only category. And, we are marking everything that is not contained in any of these things. So what that is doing is, this simplex consists of these three faces, these fully unmarked faces, sort of connected by all these other marked simplices. So somehow this marked n simplex in this marked simplicial set witnesses some kind of relationship between these three faces. And what kind of relation is it? Well, so when defining the orientals, I said each of the generating cells points from its odd faces to its even faces. And if you consider the parities of these three integers, k minus 1 and k plus 1 have the same parity, whereas k has the opposite one. So that means either the k minus first and k plus first faces are both in the source and the k face is in the target, or only the k face is in the source and the other two are in the target. Either way, this, the interior n cell or n simplex of this marked simplicial set witnesses that the composition of the k minus first and k plus first faces yields the kth face. So this is the sense in which this particular marked simplicial set encodes a kind of composition. So now if we go back to the definition of simplicial sets, so this is that simplex. And this is the kth horn, so the usual boundary minus the k face thing, but with the marking induced from this thing. So a map from this k cone into x is essentially the k minus first and k plus first faces plus all the marked identity things between them with, well, the kth face removed. So in that sense, a map from this horn into x is like a composable pair of simplices in x. And, well, the definition asserts or requires that any such map be extended to a map out of the simplex in a unique way. Well, this encodes the composition of that composable pair specified by this map. And this dashed version is defined to be this simplex with k minus first and k plus first faces also marked. So a map out of this thing into x is, well, I mean, this is this with extra marking. So this is already composing the k minus first and k plus first faces into the k face, but it's got this extra information that these factors, the k plus first and k minus first faces, were marked. And we ask that any such map be extended along this map where this double dash thing is defined to be this simplex with the kth face also marked. So this is just saying that, well, if we are composing marked simplices, then the composite, which is the kth face, is also marked. So this is the sense in which the marked simplices in a strict complicial set are closed under composition. Yeah, I guess that's it.